Just eat it while it's on the plant. Yummy?
No.
No? Forbidden hot dog. What, do you want to try the forbidden hot dog? You want to try the forbidden hot dog? Yes, you do. We're getting ready to move, and we're going to be heading up to Bailey's Harbor, Wisconsin, which is in Door County, where we used to vacation when we were kids all the time. But today I just wanted to show some of the different procedures that we have to go through to actually get ready to move and what that looks like, just packing everything up and then breaking down the RV and getting it all ready to go. So, are you guys excited to go to Door County?
Is still hot?
Kind of. Do you want to just stay here in Michigan forever? Are you ready to go, Vanny? Are you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
Yay, Van! When we move, we'll actually keep most of the shades down, but there's a lot of stuff that we got to pick up just in general, clean up, etc. We had a bag of garbage at this location because we usually keep just really small trash bags, but we were able to consolidate all our garbage from a couple of days. Gotta put the pick up the dishes, put these all away, these have all been washed. And then in here in the kids room, a couple clothes to pick up. Book basket is gonna go into the slide so that it doesn't go moving around when we're moving. But this room is really easy to clean up. And you just stow the watermelon somewhere. Up here, this is Evie's room with a temporary curtain because we've not been able to get one yet. But she just generally straightens up and everything stays pretty stable. That small dresser is not really anchored to anything, but it doesn't move too much. And in the bathroom, we generally take the plants and we put them away and secure them. The shower doors, those get locked. They're actually locked right now. Then in our room, we make sure that this is our dirty closet, dirty laundry basket. We make sure that these doors are locked closed, and then that washing machine and dryer, that the water is turned off there so that we don't get any accidental surprise leak. So, got everything cleaned up, which doesn't actually take very long. So everything is cleaned up, and this is a little bit of a mess here. We have the garbage all taken out, watermelon stowed, everything is good to go. One of the things that we've noticed, so much of RVing is trial and error. So these things work really good for keeping the refrigerator closed, right? But then the placement on them, and our front of our fridge is kid dirty. The placement on them where the manufacturer placed them on the sides was just not very good. And so they easily came off. So when we close up this slide, I just put a pillow right in between here, and that keeps the freezer drawers from flying open while we're going down the road. Are you all ready to go, Van? I'm tired. I need a nap. Just gonna close the kitchen slide, and we've got a little control panel over here that just shows the things that we can do. Slides.
It is not quite in the 21st century, so
Yes.
it takes a minute.
So this entire slide is gonna come in, and I just put a pillow right here.
Can I move the bunk bed slightly?
as you can see here, our kitchen space has significantly shrunk. And this is the slide. So you're gonna bring in the bunk bed slide. And then the bedroom slide too. Nice.
I don't watch yours and I'll watch mine.
And you can see when this tilts in, it pulls up flush. We're going to disconnect our hose. I'm just running a little bit of water to get the extra water out of the hose. And we're going to disconnect the hose and take that in. Then I'm going to disconnect the sewer pipe and finally the electric. So we have two tanks on our RV. We have a gray tank and then a galley tank. The galley tank takes everything from the kitchen, and then the gray tank takes everything from the bathroom and sink in there. So with what I do to kind of equalize that water is I installed a little gate here. And this is an extra check gate that just goes on the outside of my connection, so I can leave my galley tank and my gray tank open, and they will flow together between each other so that we don't get too much water in one and you know, overflow or something. So this valve can just shut, and then that will take care of my no water will come out until I actually open it. Then last thing I'll do is disconnect the shore power by turning off 15 amp. And then unplugging up here from the RV. And when this slide goes in, this definitely creates a pinch point in the kitchen, so you pretty much cannot access that area unless that slide is at least partially out. We've successfully had the kids squeeze in between there to just grab something, but once that's put in, then you're ready to hit the road. Before we start getting everything hooked up, we get all the kids loaded in so that they're not in the way at all for getting that trailer hooked up. One of the things that we also figured out by trial and error is that if you do not turn the inverter on and off, then the refrigerator will remain powered off. So after we've disconnected from shore power, we always make sure to turn off the inverter, turn it back on so that the fridge starts back up again, otherwise it will melt your food. Make sure we lock up. And then we're gonna get hitched up to the truck. Wide angle.
Gotta take the trailer lock off. Eric and I can each do pretty much every part of unhitching and rehitching, but he does the hitching up part because he's the one that's tall enough to see over the kids' car seats, and we didn't want to rearrange them. So that's the only part that he does that I have not done yet.
Now we're going to raise the hitch so that we can slide onto the truck bed.
I kind of wish we had stayed at this campground a little bit longer, like yesterday and today, because it's really beautiful and the lake is right over there. Like, you can actually see it a little bit better from here in real life than on the video even. make sure that the hitch is not too high once it's closer. It's not too high. You got it. Okay.
And then we'll go do a light check. There, you can just take the chocks out because there's nothing holding it. It's because when we raised up, the leveling took the wheels right off the ground. So we're just sitting up on the posts here. Prior to that, we'll pull the trucks out. Yeah, great thing when your wheels can rotate freely. And we never walk underneath there, even if it's a shortcut. We walk all the way around the vehicle. Now we'll go ahead and apply some weight onto the actual trailer. So we're going to start retracting our legs, and you'll see that the RV begins to settle down on the trailer hitch. And then the legs begin to come up. After that, we can hit retract all. And watch. You'll see our tires come back down to earth. I've said it a lot of times before, but so much of this trip is really trial and error, and learning how to do an RV is a lot of trial and error with a really big machine that is, you know, potentially hazardous. One of those things is that in the previous video we said, oh, you know, the tires are off the ground, let's just remove the chocks. We were on like a pretty slanted site, and when we removed those chocks, I don't have it in the video because of course my video dies immediately, my camera died immediately the moment it happened. But because we didn't have those chocks on, when we attached to our truck, it actually pulled our truck back about 6 inches and scared the living crap out of me. Even here you can see when I pulled up and I attached to the truck, we've moved off of those pads about 3 inches, just rolled back. So now I can safely, after we're all hooked up, I can safely remove the chocks, get everything out of here, and then we can go. But yes, trial and error, learning on the road.